Hi guys, and welcome to another video, and welcome back to the Redstone Monstrosity. And I know I haven't done a video in a while now. So we're here in Scratch, and I'm going to be giving a step-by-step tutorial that will probably last over multiple videos on how to make a click-to-move fighting game. Okay, so to start it off, create a new Scratch project like the one I have here, and then step one is to go over, drag your mouse over to this thing right here, over this button, and click. Because we're not going to be needing it. Then, go over to Variables, right-click on this, and hit Delete. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, we still need a name for our project. There we go. So now, you're going to go over here to choose a sprite, and you're going to choose Paint. Don't draw anything though. And rename to blank. Rename to blank. There we go. And you can leave this as costume 1, or you can name it blank 1. Okay, go over to code, and now let's save the project. Okay, so now that we've set up the game, we need to make the clicking. Area. So to make the click to move, we're gonna first create a backdrop in order to get like a area for our game. And let's design a nice tutorial level. Okay, once you've done with your first room for the level, keep in mind that it does have to go outside of the screen because this isn't going to scroll. So it does have to just keep it within everything you want in that room needs to be within the white border, but everything else needs to go out. But it does need to go a bit outside just to make sure you don't have any blank space. Now name the room tutorial room 1. Okay. Okay, so now that we've got that, we have a successful level area for our game. So create a new sprite using the draw, zoom in really, really far, get the paint tool and lower it to something low. Then put a dot in the very center. Name the sprite move 2. Name the costume dot. There we go. Then create one more sprite, this time naming it mouse, and then design a quick cursor, I should say, over here. Keep in mind that this cursor does actually, well, it has to, and I mean has to, have a little space right in the dead center, because otherwise you won't be able to click through it. Okay, once you've done with your mouse, make sure it's a bit big. I recommend maybe 30 by 30 pixels about. Okay, make sure there's a hole in the dead center, because otherwise you won't be able to click through it. Alright, once you've done that, name it cursor 1. Okay, now that we've done that, we're going to create just one more sprite, this time naming it player, and naming it player C1. You won't ever really need to change the costume unless you're going for storyline purposes or other stuff like that. And just design a quick player. It really doesn't matter what you use. You can use the Scratch Cat if you want, but I'm just gonna go with a kind of a player like this. Keep in mind this is from an overhead view, so you do have to stick with something like if it's facing towards you, it's gonna look really odd. So just go with something that looks good. I wouldn't say 100% that this looks good, but it's good enough. It's good enough. Okay, and make sure there are no dots like that. And there we go. We have the basic out. Okay, now to get things started off, go to the Move To sprite and drag on a when flag clicked. Then, drag on a forever loop and an if statement. Set the if statement's condition to mouse down. Then, inside the if statement, put in a go to mouse pointer block. So now, what will happen? What happens now is that if you click somewhere, immediately what's going to happen is the move to is going to move to wherever you clicked. Now, you actually want to select it to mouse, which is the sprite mouse, so that it's a bit more reliable. Okay. Now, underneath the one flag clicked, drag in a set ghost effect and set it to 99. Now, drag the player and mouse sprites out of the way and make sure you can't see it. If you can, you've either made the dot too big or it's not the ghost or the ghost effect is just too little. Make sure it's 99 or 100, though I'm not sure if that will work if you do it 100. And make sure that the dot's small enough, because if it's big enough and ghost effect is at 99, you might be able to see a bit of it. Okay, now we're going to go to the move to the mouse script. Once again, drag on a one flag clicked, and then forever, go to front layer, show, and go to mouse pointer. Now you can test run the script. The mouse should go directly to the mouse pointer at all times. Now if you haven't made it big enough, that if you have a bigger mouse like me, you're not going to be able to see this. So now you can go to the move to script to see, and make sure when you click, the X and Y coordinates change. And they do. Okay, so now go to the player script and bring in a when flag clicked forever if mouse down, okay, and then drag in a wait 1 second before it and set it to 0.1. Now, drag in a repeat until with the condition of mouse down or touching or touching move to. Within the repeat until, bring in a move 5 steps, and then a point towards move to. Now, make sure you once again bring in another wait 0.1 second between the mouse and the repeat until. Otherwise, it might get a bit buggy. Now, click the flag, hit save now, and clicking should bring the player to the spot. Now, just a word of suggestion, test it on full screen mode. Otherwise, things once again may get a bit buggy. But we have a couple problems. First of all, I've done it wrong and built the player sprite wrong. So let's fix that. There we go. And 2, when we try clicking, it really just doesn't want to do it. It waits till it gets to the spot before even wanting to accept a new position. And it's glitchy. So, to fix this, bring a when flag clicked, and then a forever, and then if mouse down, then once again move 5 steps, point towards mouse pointer. Also put the point towards above the move 5 steps. Now, as you can see, it runs much more smoothly. Also, if you hold click down, it just follows the mouse. Anyway guys, that's gonna be it for episode 1 of how to make a click to move fighting game. Leave a comment down, make sure to comment down below if you want to see more episodes like this, or if you want me to continue doing episodes like this, and I will see you guys next time.